Welcome back to Cord Cutting Today, where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting, including today, YouTube TV is a new feature many of you have been asking for is finally here. We'll tell you what it is. Disney's laying off hundreds of employees. Sounds like a lot, but we'll put that in perspective and let you know where those cuts are. It's related to television. And SpaceX has a new satellite that's going to give even faster internet through its Starlink service. But the thing is absolutely massive, like a 737 type size. These stories and a whole lot more, there's a lot to talk about today, coming up in a quick second. First though, if you want to learn more about anything I'm about to talk about, check out the show notes down below, and in the first pinned comment, I'll put a link to each story there so you can read them for yourself and come up with your own opinions. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. Let YouTube know you enjoy what we do here so YouTube recommends our videos to more people. Alright, with that said, let's dive into it. YouTube TV has rolled out a new multi-view feature, one that I know I've got a lot of requests for. All the four major broadcast networks in local areas, ABC, NBC, Fox, and CBS, are now available as a 24/7 multi-view channel, which is really great for breaking local news and all kinds of other things happening. Now, this can be found on the YouTube TV home screen. This comes as they announced multiple improvements coming to YouTube's TV's multi-viewer, including the ability to soon build custom multi-views from more content, more channels out there, not just sports and news channels. So it's great to see 24/7 multi-view channels for subscribers have been asking for now include 24/7 locals with it. Again, to find this on the YouTube TV apps, on the home screen, you find the multi-view row where you find things like the 24/7 news breakdown, sports breakdown, and weather breakdown channels. It's now a local one there for locals. I was not able to find it on the website, but I was able to confirm it on multiple mobiles with that, mobile apps. All right, next up, Disney's laying off hundreds of employees in its studio and television area, both film and television studios, as well as television publicity, casting, and development are seeing hundreds of layoffs. It is but on the same side, it's also true to say that there are 250,000 people work for Disney, a few hundred, not that big. But the fact that they're all limited kind of in the television, studio, movies, and kind of that area is a pretty big one. This comes as Disney has been making shifts in their content strategy to focus more on Disney Plus with that. Cutting back in areas on less profitable cable networks is not a big surprise. They join a growing number of studios that have been making layoffs recently. It does not surprise me at all to see Disney cutting hundreds of employees. Exact number is unknown, but this comes after ABC News saw about 75 staff cut last October, and 300 in corporate roles at Disney were also cut last year. We'll see what happens. I predict we'll see a lot of staff cuts. For one, a lot of consolidation happening. And as cable TV networks become less of a focus, less original content being produced over there, requires less staff in those departments. Disney's also been cutting back on the amount of original content. Instead of flooding the market with hundreds of lesser known shows, they seem to be focusing more on bigger ones. Because of that, if you're not producing as many shows, you don't need as many casting and other people on staff to do all that. Does not surprise me to see the big cuts here, but it is unfortunate for the people who lost their jobs. I do definitely feel for them. Hopefully, Disney will find roles for them in other spots. We'll keep an eye on this. Let me know, does it surprise you Disney's laid off? I'll be honest, I don't think this is the last round of layoffs we're going to see from Disney this year. All right, next up, Starlink from SpaceX is getting new satellites. New version 3 satellites, when fully unfolded, will be the size of a 737 airplane. And they hope to produce over 5,000 next generation version 3 satellites per year as they phase out older versions of the satellites with this. The new version 3s are a significant leap forward from the version 2 minis that will allow 1 terabyte of download bandwidth, 10 times that of the current version 2 models. Excuse me, sorry. With this, it can handle more congestion. One of the big problems with satellite internet and wireless internet is more and more people get on it, it becomes congested. This will be able to handle 10 times the amount of data per area that these satellites are covering, allowing significantly better speeds during peak times, allowing better usage. Yes, fiber and all that's better, but not everybody lives in an area where that's an option. Having Starlink as an option with it is a great one with it. And with this, they are relying on Starship, though, to be able to deliver these larger, more powerful satellites. And they hope to be able to build over 1,000 Starships, the new larger ones, every year. Now, Starship is still not a proven commodity. Every test seems to get a little bit better, a little bit farther as they learn more and develop and fix issues with them. Hopefully, very soon we'll have a successful launch of it, because these new satellites are too big to economically fit on current rockets. Without the larger Starship, these new, more powerful satellites just won't be able to be launched in a profitable way. We'll see what happens there, but I'm very excited for this, and I know many people out there are very excited for it if you live in rural America or rural parts of the world, or you just are a nomad who likes to travel and likes the ability to have satellite internet for internet everywhere. This is a great way to do it. Leave me a comment, let me know. Are you on Starlink? Do you like it? I'd love to hear from you. But I will say this, I am excited though to see Amazon get their competitor. There's a few others out there. Hopefully in the next year or two, we'll have several satellite internet services like Starlink that are able to offer the same quality speed with that. Fingers crossed. All right, today in TV history, this week in TV history I should say, are you ready to feel a little old? 26 years ago, this week, the final episode of Star Trek Deep Space Nine aired. It aired on June 2nd, 1999, and was widely regarded as one of the better final episodes in a Star Trek TV show history, even to this day. And it was a groundbreaking series, more serialized than many of the Star Trek shows of its time, and it dramatically moved the show in a darker, more episodic style. One of my favorite Star Trek series out there to this day. Leave me a comment. Any Star Trek Deep Space Nine fans? Love to hear from you. And next up, hey, if you've been thinking about 5G internet, for one, I would recommend it. You know, if you really want to save some money, a lot of them are offering trials where you can try out the service with the ability to cancel it. And if that's true, if the service you're looking at offers that before you cancel your cable or your fiber, whatever it is, maybe get the 5G home internet service, test it out, see if it works for you or not. I think for a lot of people, if you're not a heavy video gamer or you're not, you know, like me, uploading massive video files every day to YouTube, etc., it's not a bad option for many people. But with this, Verizon really wants you to switch to them, and they're rolling out a bunch of new stuff, including a new Nintendo Switch if you sign up, 6 months of YouTube Premium, a JBL Party Box speaker, and a $400 credit on Samsung Tech if you switch to Verizon's 5G home internet. Now there's different plans here. There's the 5G home internet plus and the standard one. With it, you get different items depending on which one you pick. But I'll be honest, if you have been considering 5G home internet, this is a really good option time to do it. And like I said, there's some really nice devices with it. T-Mobile also has some. AT&T's been a little bit less aggressive in their promos with it right now. AT&T's 5G home internet is also not quite as widespread as Verizon and T-Mobile right now. And at a time when cable TV companies are losing hundreds of thousands of internet customers sometimes, depending on which company you look at, it's amazing to see the growth of 5G home internet. It's not surprising though. They offer competitive pricing, good speeds, flexible options. And I've talked about this in a couple videos now, but I really do think wireless plans are the kind of the super bundles to come. It will not surprise me in the future if we see things like your home internet, your home phone, and some streaming services all bundled into one. You know, why have T-Mobile and Comcast when you can just get T-Mobile for everything? You see the Comcast and others trying to do that too by offering their own rebundles of wireless services. It's one of the few areas Comcast and Spectrum have seen growth recently in their businesses is wireless phones. It really does seem that that's the future. We'll wait, see how it plays out. We'll see if the companies really turn those into super bundles, the one-stop shop where you pay $100 for your phone, but it's your phone, home internet, and Netflix and other stuff all bundled in for that price. I think that's kind of the future going forward. Well, that's it for today. I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for all your support. We'll be back again tomorrow with another video. Until then, take care, be safe. I'll talk to you all again real soon.